Greetings, everyone. Thank you for joining me at this time. My name is Gadimshi Golden Son, and I'm a child of the Most High. I share content that revolves around Christ consciousness, esoterics, walking in the Spirit, so we don't fulfill the lust of the flesh. Also, expand our creativity, so we are expressing God, expressing our divinity, gifts, talents, and abilities. You feeling me? And so, thank you so much for joining me at this time, family. This video is all going to be about: are you able to take God at His word? Are you able to take God at His word? Well, if you're not able to take God at His word, you really want to listen to this video, because in this video, I'm going to be showing y'all exactly why you need to let the Spirit of the Lord Most High lead you in everything in which you do in your life, even if you can't see how it's going to come about, even if you can't see the outcome, even if you can't see the way, even if you don't know the way. You only need to know that I am the way, and the Lord is I am with you. So, family, today I'm going to share a little bit about expectancy. Expectancy. What is expectancy? Expectancy is the opportunity to foresee an outcome that one creates for themselves. Over life, in the journey of life, we place our expectancy and our expectation in the hands of human beings like our mom and dad and our aunties and uncles and brothers and sisters and everybody. And sometimes we are met with, glad, rejoicing experiences. Oh, I knew my uncle was him. Oh, thank you so much, Dad. Thank you so much, Mom. And then sometimes in life we find places that people are not able to support us to fulfill the things we need. So we go to the Most High, the original mother and father. And it's been my personal experience that I've seen exactly what God said in me. He does. He didn't make me do it. He did it. He let me receive what he did. And so I want to share with you guys an experience that I've recently had in the last few days that confirms to me why I know I'm on the right path, confirms to me why God got me doing all these different type of things and not anybody else. Very recently, the Lord placed upon my awareness this project that I was working on. And the first version of it came in 2022. And it's called The ABCs of Awakening. Called The ABCs of Awakening. Awakening your divinity with wisdom, love, and Christhood. And look at that. I mean, he just shows up. Keep Kingdom Keys. I just opened to Keep Kingdom Keys, and it's talking about knowing. I just opened to that page right now. Knowing means the possession of clarity of unquestionable inner realization. The word knowing also means awareness found through personal realization, questioning, or deduction. The quality of knowing or having a knowing is revealing how an individual is able to relay the qualities of awareness that are possessed. The elements of knowing is one who doesn't have questions, but one who has answers. All right? And so, in my experience, in my journey, right, I've been always tuned in with the Spirit of God, but it's been like a journey of learning that I can hear God at crystal clear detail. And it took time for me to realize that for myself, because a lot of times people's experience of God is what we think that is, but it's not like that for you. Yours is different from everybody's. And so I have a knowing that the Spirit of the Most High guides me in every single thing I do. And that's exactly why I opened the page randomly and opened up to exactly what I'm talking about. And this is exactly what God wanted me to say in this video. I couldn't have staged this shit. And I don't stage nothing. I'm too busy with, yes, Lord, what you talking about? Yes, Mother and Father, what you say? I'm too busy over there that I can't even prepare shit. Look at my whole do-rag and all this type of shit. I couldn't even do nothing about that. Why? Because I'm so convinced. I heard him. I say God, him, because I don't want to use the word they or it. But you guys know. And so why you got to stay poised and purposed in your position as a spiritual being is because nobody else can get what you got until you give it. Now, everybody got something, though. So everybody got their own. But it's like there's a version that you have that you need to bring forward. And so as I wrote this book, the Spirit of God was the reason why I was able to get this book made. I didn't have all this stuff in my head. Well, let me say, I had a lot of this stuff in my head, but I didn't have the the thought to create something out of it. That's what came from God. And so when I walked in that, I took 9 months in 2022 to not talk to nobody. I didn't let nobody know what I was doing. I basically disappeared, even though I was in the same place. Because all my free time was like, okay, what's next, Father? Just kept going. And so this work was meant for me to remember his guidance, but also so that I didn't have to carry all this stuff in my head. Because I was carrying all this stuff in my head. When I wrote this book, I felt like I didn't know shit afterwards. Because I put so much time and energy, 9 months of working, and I made it. Now, why is this little example of this book important? It's because you don't know what your choice of saying yes today is going to afford somebody tomorrow. You have no idea the people who's going to open your book up and read it. You have no idea the people that's going to come to your YouTube channel and they're going to be binging on what you're delivering because they're so good and they needed exactly that. And so when you walk in guidance of the Spirit, you may not know what the outcome is, but you know where the income is coming from. You feel me? You may not know the outcome, but you're damn sure of the income. And so if you are saying yes to the income, the inflow of the Spirit, yes to the income, the guidance of your I am, the inflow of the income, the guidance of your higher self, the inflow of the income. That's how your money flows. You got to be able to say, okay, this is what God's doing. This is what the Spirit is doing. Okay. Well, then we are repainting. Where's my paintbrush? Okay, this is what the Spirit of God's saying. Okay, so we frying. Then where's my frying pan? You know, you got to just get about that business, be about that business. And so the last couple of months, the Spirit of God asked me to do a new project. Well, he didn't really ask me to do a new project. He showed me the shit was done. And I was so marveled about it. I was like, man, I would love that. And so I just got about it. Started being the hands for God's plan, because I am God's man. And so I started creating this new project I'm about to show you guys in a minute. And the Spirit of God was basically guiding me every step through it, every single step along the way. Every single time I had a problem, I had the intuition of where to search to find the answer. I mean, there's no way I was going to be stopped by any type of, I don't know how. There's no how. I don't need to know. I just know who. Oh, what's up, Lord? Okay, bet. Okay, Google this. Okay, bet. I'll never have a block. There's nothing like a block in this world. I've never been blocked before. Nothing can fucking block the Lord. I'm just going to call the Father and say, Lord, how you do this? And so I was guided by God to YouTube. I was guided by God to Google search. I was guided by God to all these places to get all the information I needed to create this project. Now, when I created the project, it was full. It was complete. It was done, right? And then I put the project in my cart because I knew that I needed to, create a prototype so I could see, up close all the things that I created. And when I put everything in the cart, it came up close to $400. And, I didn't have that money at that time for that. And so I knew that the money coming in was going to support me soon. I just didn't know when it was coming. I didn't know how much I needed to save from my different income streams to put that to the side just for, this moment in time, right? But I was still faithful anyways. I knew that the Spirit of God just knows the timetable. I know the time has happened, and I just don't know when it is. And so I'm patient, So I just kept going, kept aligning with the Spirit of God. And I was a little tired one day, and the Spirit of God led me to go on live, on Instagram Live and YouTube Live. And I was arguing with myself about going on live because I wasn't feeling well, and I wasn't really all in the energy for it. And I felt a little bit tired about, other things going on in my life. So I was just a little bit bogged up and bogged down. And so I thought, I can do it, but I don't want to. And I like to do it when I'm feeling right, and it's not the right time. But I couldn't shake it. And normally if I shake it, I get a little, permission slip from the Spirit. But other times it'd be like, look, if I don't do this shit, I'm not going to be able to even sleep. I'm going to be thinking about what the channel was. I'm going to be thinking about, man, if I went on live, I would have been able to think about what. And I'm just, okay, fine, let's go. So I pulled myself as best I could, did a little bit of meditation, said a prayer, pushed the live button. And when I went on live, I was teaching, I was edifying, and all the things I do when the Spirit of God calls me, and sharing the inspiration, creativity, and all these things. And there was a good brother in there, whom I'm not sure if I need to mention names or not, so I'll just choose not to at this time. But the brother asked me, hey, bro, do you got Cash App? Oh, no, he said, hey, bro, do you got PayPal? And I was like, Yes. And so then I mentioned all the ways that we have to give. And then he was like, bro, did you check? Can you check your PayPal? I sent you something. And so I just started saying thank you, because I was like, thank you to everybody who sold, or anybody who feels led to sow. The Most High is going to bless and return 100-fold. And I just said a prayer after that. But then he sent another message. He was like, are you able to see it? He asked me something. And I was like, all right, I got to make sure I check this shit right now. So I tried to multitask and like open up my phone while I was on teaching mode. And then I got to the PayPal app and I wasn't remembering my password, let alone I was teaching at the same time. So I was like, I heard the Spirit of God tell me go check PayPal app. Check Google Mail app, because the mail's already in there and I could see anything that really came. I'll see it in the email. He sure knows. I clicked the Gmail app, and then Gmail app opened, and I saw the first line said, Gademshi, you got some money. Now I pressed it and it said, Gademshi, so-and-so just sent you $555.55. Click this button right here to claim your money. I was about to lose it. I was about to go binoculars, because the project I was working on for the Spirit of God was literally came out to $400. And then I didn't know how I was going to get the money. And then I was feeling a little tired. And then there's a couple of days in here, probably like 2 days apart. You feel me? And then I got on live, and then there's a good brother. He was blessed by the message. He felt like sowing. He sowed. And then I seen it. And then when I seen it, I was like, I had to say another prayer. And I didn't even show how excited and like spontaneously explosive I felt, because nobody knows what I'm working on. Nobody knows what the project is, how much it costs. Nothing. Nobody knows nothing. Everybody's in the dark. But the Lord knows, because he knew that I needed that money, and he knew what I needed it for, and he knew that I needed just enough, and he sent exactly that through this divine son of his. And I'm gonna tell you guys, after the live, I lost it, because I just had to look up to him. It's like, and the only thing I see when I look up, I'm not looking for him in the clouds. He's one here where I am, but I was looking up because when I tilt my head up, I just started seeing all of my memory. My memory, Akashic memory, was just showing me all the times where I was like, man, I don't know if the Most High really going to come through, man. Damn, well, I got to go through all this shit. I was just seeing all of my own thoughts. And it's like, all of those thoughts were just misplaced, because he showed up for me, and he showed up through another person, and he sent every single thing that was needed, and his project came to full fruition because of his own works. I couldn't have done anything. Now, I did press the live button, right? But it's like, that was just my obedience to the moment. You see what I'm saying? I didn't know it was coming on that day. I didn't know where it was coming from. I didn't know shit. I didn't even know how far away it was going to be. I just knew that I finished the work that he told me to do. I got it in my cart because I need to have a template or a prototype of it. And then, yeah, I just was obedient. And he showed up to suffice for what I didn't have. He made sure I had it. And so I'm about to show you guys right now the first creation of this testimony in August 2024, on the 31st of August. And we're about to step into the 9th month tomorrow, September. And I am birthing on the 9/1. And what I'm going to be birthing, family? The Awakened Animals Oracle by your brother Gademshi Golden Sun. Now, in the other video that I uploaded, you guys can go and see the symbology when I go over the symbology of this artwork. But this artwork was intentionalized by the Spirit of God.